Hey, buddy. What's up, Mr. Golden Eyes?
You're so fucking cute, buddy. Before we get started here, I just wanted to let the YouTube algorithm know that I am a fully licensed medical grower in Canada, where it is fully legal. I have paperwork to back it up. Everything I do is 100% within the law of my country. And this is for documentation and entertainment purposes only. That's very interesting. I was just posing, getting ready for this, and I just had my hand up here like this. And if you put your hand up like that, my phone recognized that was it just started recording. It just, as soon as I put my hand up. Wow, weird. Hi everybody, CANNABEARD Grows here. How the heck are you doing today? I hope you're well. Today, there's a couple of cool things happening. Number one, the tent behind me is empty. I've turned the lights off. This is empty. There's some things why though. I did keep an autoflower. I decided I was going to keep one and kill one. One wasn't looking as good as the other one, and frankly, I don't even want to keep the one, but I'm going to do it for science because it looks cool. It looks really neat. I've never seen anything quite like it before, so it should be a pretty cool thing. Let's see here. What else? Oh, the germination. 100% germination rate. We got that. It was 99 last week, and we had a slow seed, but it popped up. It's up. 100% germination rate. So I'll talk about my germination method today a little bit. I still will do a whole video coming up soon. I just got to start some. I got random seeds. I'll just throw some bulk seeds, some of my old seed breeding project seeds or something like that. They're relatively new, and I know they're healthy, but they're just not what I wanted stat-wise. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me here today. Hit that like button if you like these videos. Subscribe if you're not already like that, and all that YouTube stuff. You know the drill. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm right. Give me some suggestions on how to do the things better that I'm fucking up on, because I'm only human, and heck, I do fuck up sometimes, but hey, I also win sometimes. Enough of that plop. Anyway, thank you very much for hanging out here with me today. I said that twice in a row. Don't smoke too much before you start recording your videos. Oh well, let's get on with the show. I just wanted to show you this plant. I let it dry out. Obviously I'm gonna let this one die. This one had leaf curl and stuff going on anyway, but I just wanted to show you. It looked kind of wild, like super dry, very thirsty, but it looked neat. I'd never seen it quite look like this, so I thought I'd take a little video because it looked cool. Oh well, going into the compost. Wow. Oh, it's so bright in here. This is the FC8000 with the full ad light additions up in there with just the reds on at this exact moment. Anyway, there's that autoflower growing like a motherfucker. Holy smokes. It's still growing weird, but it's densing up. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do another defoliation. Yeah, I know, another one. We have to. Look at how thick this is. Look at this. I can't even see inside of it. Look, it needs some, right? Anyway, I don't want to grow this in here. I'm gonna grow that in the other tent. But there's only one of them here, you might notice, because I decided I only wanted one. This one was looking healthier anyway. Yeah, just one of these things, and I'm going to put it back in that other tent and kind of just train it as best I can and put it on a 12-12 time cycle and see if we can't get something out of this and see what happens. This seems to be a re-vegged autoflower that is going to extend its life a lot further than it should. I don't know what the hell's happening, but that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, let's put it in there and see what I can do about squeezing. I might have to rearrange some of the
branches. I might even cut a branch off. Who knows? We'll have to see. I'm gonna have to fit it in there. So let's do that.
3 days later.
Okay, well, it's a bit too wide this way, and it's going to be a hard train. So I'm just going to maybe see what I can do about defoliating it, and maybe have to lose one side arm on either side just to thin it out a little bit so it can fit in this tent better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And there we go. Looking a lot more, well, a little better anyway. I did do a lot of cleanup down in here. There was a lot of little tiny baby bud things growing up underneath there. And I just took a couple of pretty weak looking arms out of the way so that we've got just a little bit more breathe room in here. You can see there's like some. It still looks super weird. It's definitely fattening up, though. If you look at these stalks, they are doing their thing. It seems to be doing a bit of stretch and fattening. I don't know. This is just for an experiment at this point. I have no faith in this thing or anything. I'm just curious more to see what happens with it at this point. But yeah, so that's the weird CBD cheese. Again, I must have fucked this up or something. I've never seen an autoflower do this. I must have overstressed it hella by changing the time cycles and a few things like that. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, there it is.
The next day.
Okay, so we're back into the 2x4 tent under that MARSHYDRO SP 2000. What the heck is this thing called? I'll put it up on screen, man. I always forget the name of this one, but it's the Mars bars. I refer to them as. These things are a bit more commercial use, not so much home use. I've never had this one in the tent turn past 50%. They're crazy strong. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's not what we're here about. We're here about this weird thing here. So I've done some defoliation. It looks better. I don't know. It's thickening up in the bud areas. It's doing a little bit of stretch at the top still here for some reason, but I only just put it in here yesterday when I filmed that other footage. Anyway, enough blabbering. That's all we got here for today. Tune in next week and we'll see what happened to the weird autoflower re-veg project thing. Not in project, sort of more unintentional accident, but it's re-vegged and it's gonna back into flower hopefully. So I don't know, we'll see what happens for science. And I'd like to take a quick moment and thank today's sponsor. You know them, I love them, MARSHYDRO. Thank you very much, MARSHYDRO. I appreciate what you do for me and the channel. Much appreciated. I love their gear. I've been growing almost exclusively with MARSHYDRO gear for a very long time now, and I tell you, it's the bomb, man. Ooh, maybe not that word. It's the dang diggity. It's good stuff. You guys should check it out, and if you do, use my name as a code. Save yourself a couple of bucks, man. They make the best lights, some of the best tents, most affordable, mid-range to max range. They got it all, baby. MARSHYDRO. I love you. Thank you very much for sponsoring the show. Don't forget to go check out their new 420 sale, by the way. They got a crazy 420 sale going on this month. It's 420 month, so depending on when you're watching this video, hopefully the 420 sale is still up, and if it's not, you can use my name here as a discount code. Thank you once again, MARSHYDRO. And yeah, let's get back to the show. Thanks, guys. And now it's time to look at the 2.5 by 2.5 foot smaller tent, but this is where we got all the seedlings going. Got the TS 1000, I believe. I'll put it up here if I'm wrong. And their fan, the tent. This is a full MARSHYDRO sprout system going on here. I got this rack off Amazon. It's a pretty good deal. Anyway, here's the star of the show right here. Everything came up. Look, right there. That was the empty one last week that didn't come up. That was the 1%. Well, there it is right there. I'll talk about that in just a moment and some of my method on that and just some of my methodology real quick before I move on. But also the clones. So I want to talk about this real quick. I mentioned it last week, but if you look, pardon my shaky hands here. If you look right here, there's new growth. That's new growth. So, and then up at the top, we got new growth happening. So the buds were definitely the way to go. Those buds were going to win, and those ones in the back are probably going to just stay sticks. There's nothing new growth on them. They're alive, but they're just not, there's no new veg popping up in those little V's like I'd hoped. Anyway, we got a whole bunch of stuff that's already been cycled outside. We got new stuff popping up all over the place in here. Yep, it's garden season, baby. Anyway, let's talk about my germination thing here for a second, okay? Okay, you guys seen these things before? Those, like onion savers or tomato savers or whatever? Cut a hole in the top somewhere. Like, doesn't have to be this exact style, but most of them, and I do mean most of them, have this kind of a bottom in here. Let me get this out of here for a second. You see how there's like a little raised set of ribs on this bottom that keeps it off of so you put paper towel, a little circle, cut a circle of paper towel. I have some filter pad things from a chemistry set thing I got, and you just put one of those in there and a little bit of water, enough that everything's moist, and this is just starting to touch the water. You can see it's slightly submerging. Put your seeds in there after you've soaked them for 24 hours in a solution of water, distilled water if you got it, tap water if you don't, and put just a little splash. I'm talking like a few drops of your hydrogen peroxide from your first aid kit. And then put this thing onto a heat mat. Get yourself a heat controller. Don't fuck around with heat mats. They get really fucking hot. Spend the $25. Get a heat mat controller. For the love of God, it's the one major thing that saved my seeds. I've been cooking seeds like crazy. And ever since I got myself one of those heat mat things and used something like this, some sort of a container, you can use any sort of Tupperware that's opaque, not see-through, and put your paper towel in there. So the heat, you want a bit of heat, you want lots of moisture, but not too much. You don't want it to be drowning, and you want lots of available airflow. You don't want any congested. Don't put them in bags, don't seal them. That's what I used to do, and that's where I went wrong. Anyway, there you go. So there we go. That's my method. That's how I did this. That's how I got 100% germination rate this time around. I'm impressed. It actually really works. I watched a lot of videos and came to all of those conclusions and put everybody's practices into play, and we got everything going. That being said, I actually have more than I need right now. So I'm gonna do my best to try to accommodate everything in some manner, but I only want 4 for outside, right? So I wanted 2 peanut butter breaths and 2 mango cushes. I've got 3 pineapple expresses. I only needed 1, but I got 3 of those. And then I've still got 3 more peanut butter breaths. So I got 6 plants that I don't really have a home for. So I might end up putting them in the 5x5 and just flipping them into flowers soon. Do a bunch of small ones. Run them for like a month and a half and then just flip them. Just get a quick training on them. As soon as they recover, flip them over into flower and let them stretch and do their thing. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think that's a good idea, or if I should pick the healthiest ones and just do like 2 or 3 plants or something like that. Because here's the other thing. The rest of the 5x5 needs to accommodate all of these getting potted up into like a proper 1 or 2-gallon pot or something here, because anything that's going outdoors is going to go into a 30-gallon pot soon. So it needs to get out of something like this, because it's still pretty cold at night outside. These things are not going to be ready for at least another month. And they're going to outgrow these things in a month, I'm pretty sure. I think maybe next week I might even... maybe 2 more weeks. We could probably get 2 more weeks out of this. These are decent size for the singles. The dually back there might need to be split up. I ran out of the pots. Anyway, that's what's happening in here today. So right on. Hi, Canna. Hi, Canna. Canna. Hey, buddy. What's up, Mr. Golden Eyes? You're so fucking cute, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna close this up. Okay, well, that's about all I got for you today, folks. Thank you very much for hanging out here with me today. If you did like the show, please give it a thumbs up. You know the deal. I appreciate you very much for all your comments and stuff. You guys are a very positive group, so you guys rule. Thank you very much. If you really want to support the channel a little further, you can get in on the Patreon. There's some links below in the description for that. It's a good way to help subsidize the fact that YouTube doesn't pay me. So if you're feeling super generous and you want to help support the channel in a financial way, whatever means to you, and you can more than afford it, the links are below. And I'll put your name in the credits and such like that for now. As the tiers grow, as the group grows, sorry, I'll add more tiers and stuff. You know how it goes. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And man, I got pasties. Oh my goodness. I need to get a drink going on. Cotton mouth. Cheers.